Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Blue Matrix here, back with another top 5. It's been a while since we made one, but today we're going to be going over the top 5 best wonder weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. Bear in mind, this is just my personal opinion. You don't have to put a grudge if you don't like this video. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. But yeah, there's a lot of wonder weapons that are really good, and it's very difficult to select the best ones in the top 5. But I think it would be reasonable to have this list made, and, well, let's just say a spoiler, there will be a tie for the number 1 spot, and you'll see why in a moment. But yeah, today we're going to be going over the top 5 best wonder weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. If you guys really like, that'd be great. Let's get into today's video. Oh, yes, and also to clarify that I did borrow some gameplay for this video. I will be crediting everyone in the description. I forgot to say that in the last recording. But yeah, I'm gonna be borrowing gameplay for this video, and I will try to get some proper gameplay once this is done. But however, yeah, we can go ahead and go on to the video. This is the top 5 best wonder weapons in Call of Duty Zombies. Coming in at number 5, we have the Thunder Gun from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3. Now, this is a weapon that I really loved when it first came out. Now, this is the first wonder weapon I've ever discovered besides the ray gun. Now, the wonder weapon has 2 shots and 12 reserve. When you pack a punch it, it has 4 shots and 24 reserve. It's a very good weapon as a backup weapon. So as you can see in just a second, right there, you have it blasts off so many zombies. It is so freaking crazy. It's so powerful. The only thing I don't like about it is the ammo count, like I said. But however, it is a very good option if you want to freaking kill some zombies. But yeah, that's what it is. I mean, it's really. It's very difficult to say that it would be going any higher on the list because of its ammo count, but however, everything else is very good. So yeah, number 5, not much to say. The Thunder Gun goes at number 5. Very powerful weapon. If only they can improve the ammo count, it'd be much higher. Coming in at number 4, we have the Blundergat from Mob of the Dead. Now, Mob of the Dead is a very solid map. It's a very great map. And it's also got a very great wonder weapon. Now, there are 4 versions, we're not counting Blood of the Dead, there are 4 versions of the Blundergat you can get. You can get the base Blundergat, which is basically very powerful. It's a one-shot shotgun, pretty much. And it reloads very quickly, even without the speed cola. But yeah, it's a very powerful weapon for the first version. There is the Acid Gat, which is basically the lower quality version of the Metallic Withering. It basically shoots out acid bullets, and it takes a little bit of time, but it does explode after a while. It stuns the few zombies that get hit, and it explodes. Now, the Sweeper is the upgraded version of the Blundergat. It's very, very powerful. It's basically it's a very enhanced version of the Blundergat. It's very strong. It's a freaking beast of a weapon. Alright, you can just plow through everything. You can just you can just one-hit the boss with no problem. Now, you also got the Pack-a-Punch version of the Astigat, the Vitrolic Withering, which is so powerful. It would just one shot. It acts like a monkey bomb, and it explodes. It freaking kills a horde. It's kind of like a nerfed version of the Suckle Fire, in my opinion. It's very powerful. And the reason why it's not higher on this list is, well, it's generally because it's like it's very map exclusive. Like it's like you don't see it anywhere else. Now there is a Magma Gat, which, like I said, BO4. We don't talk about that, but it's not higher on the list because, of course, obviously there are some better options. But however, I mean, now for the next spot, it's gonna be it could be really go in any order. You can kind of swap it in any order you want. But however, the next spot, I think you kind of see it reasonable why it's at the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 3, we have the bows from Horizon Track. Now, the bows are very good. Well, at least half of them anyway. Okay, so we got the Lightning Bow, we got the Wolf Bow, we got the Soul Bow, and we got, well, actually, that's the Void Bow, and the Fire Bow. And by God, I mean, the first two, the Wolf Bow and the Lightning Bow, are so freaking powerful. So what you do is that you hold it back, and it creates this giant tornado that would just destroy everything in its path. The Wolf Bow, you hold it back. Basically, it's kind of like more of a charge shot. It's basically just like knocks them back. It does damage. I mean, a slightly nerfed version of the Lightning Bow, really. You also have the Void Bow, which is probably the weakest out of everyone. Which basically it shoots some like floating heads that attacks the zombies. It's not very that great. And also the last one is the Fire Bow, which is basically Putting like magma rocks around them and doing some damage. I haven't really used it, but however, that's from my understanding of what it is. The void bow is probably the least in my opinion. That's really the fun. The lightning bow is always a favorite. It's also the easiest to get, but for some reason the least favorite ones are always the hardest to get. I don't know what it is. I feel like the best ones should be the harder to get, but it's whatever in my opinion. But but however the bows are up here because of how powerful they are. You can get through immense waves of enemies through especially the lightning bow. It's really easy to get. Now there is a reason why I don't put it on the list because higher on the list is because number one they did nerf the bows later in the updates. I want to say after sometime after Revelations came out. They did nerf the lightning bow. I think they may have nerfed a couple other bows. But however, it's not as powerful anymore. It takes a little bit longer to kill them. But however, it's still very powerful. It's optional, and it comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have the staffs from Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3's Origins. Now, the staffs are to me are a step up from the bows. All right, and now and for a couple reasons. All right, and this is most particularly for the BO3 version. All right, number one, the BO3 versions have been buffed. All right, and now it does take a little longer to charge up the shots, however, the stats are very good. You got the ice staff, you got the wind staff, you got the fire staff, and you got the lightning staff. Now the ice staff, once again, is probably the best one. All right, so what you got is that you take the base stats, you find some parts that are scattered across the map, you get the crystal from the crazy place, you craft them, you go to the upgrade steps, and then once you finally upgrade them, you get your freaking beast of a weapon, man. You can freaking make vortex winds. You make vortex ice. You can make lava pits, and you can freaking get basically like a nerf Wonder WAW. It's very very powerful. It does take a while to make, which is why it's not any higher. But yeah, that goes into number 2. Before we go into the number 1 spot, I do have a few honorable mentions to put in this list, and and this can really go in any other way, but however, this is just my opinion. All right, the first one will be the KT4. It's not really that great, but the Masamune, the upgraded version, is actually very good, and I think it's a really worthy to be on this list. But the problem it's not on the list is because it takes a very long time just to get, and it's also very late in the Easter egg before you can receive it. The next one is the Ray Gun Mark III. It's very strong, very good weapon. But it's not on the list because it's Goron Curvy exclusive compared to the Mark II, so you can get it in pretty much every map in BO2 and all of Zombies Chronicles. And the last one is the Wonder WAW. It's a very great weapon. You can go very high rounds. I have no problem with it, but the problem is basically the World at War Doris version where you can lose your jug if you get hit by it. That's really about the only downgrade, and it's also low on the ammo counts, which is why the Thunder Gun gets the higher spot. But yeah, at number 1 we got 2 spots for number 1, and you can kind of see why. Coming at number 1, we have the Apothecant Servant and the Sucklefire. Now you might be wondering why are these two tied at the number 1 spots. Now, I got 2 reasons why. They both have 2 different differences, but they're both about as equally as good, okay? So, the first one is the Sucklefire, okay? The Sucklefire is you basically put it in part. You could get this on round 1 if you wanted to. Very, very overpowered. I feel like I don't think you should really get it that early, but here's what it is. All right, so if you don't know how the Sucklefire works, basically you craft it, and what you do is you shoot the zombie, and then it not only instantly kills them, but if you got a group of zombies, you could be able to do chain killings with it. Like, with, let's just say, the Wonder WAW where you hit one zombie, it goes from one zombie to another. This one is basically indefinite. Well, it does kind of stop after a little while, but however, it's what also holds it up is the ammo count, man. You get, like, I want to say 10 in the main slot, and you got 50 in reserve. All right. Now compared to the Apothecant Servant, you could be able to have 1 shot, and I think it's like 8 reserve. I think I'm trying to remember. I don't remember exactly. I think it's like one shot in the chamber and 8 in reserve. And then the benefit for the Apothecant Servant is basically it kills them much quicker. It creates this black hole and they get sucked in there. It's like the Gersh device where they get sucked in a black hole and they get destroyed and you get all the drops and everything. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. I loved it. Now, those two differences, it's very hard to deal break. Now, you could really put it in any order if you wanted to. But, however, I say they're both as equally as good. You got the Liquefier, which can kill tons of hordes. It does take a little time to train, to kill them, because you got to train them. And you also have the Apothecary Servant, which can kill them much quicker. It's very powerful. The very main difference is the ammo count, which I guess you could put the Liquefier a little bit higher because of it. But however, it's very, very, very powerful. I can't really decide on which one will be the best. I'll let you guys think in the comments. What do you think? Do you think the Liquefier should be number one, or do you think the Apothecary Servant should? That's also the best part of it. All right, you guys can let me know in the comments of what you think. And yeah, you also give me your own top 5. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you do, be sure to show some love. Hit the like button down below. Maybe we get to 5 likes. I'd be greatly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel at all, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications to become a part of the notification squad. If you have any top 5 ideas, feel free to let me know. I also got a list of things that I want to do. The next one I want to do is like the top 5 best maps. But if you guys got any ideas for top 5s, perhaps I don't have it on my list, be sure to tell me in the comments, and I will be able to do so. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you do, be sure to show some love. Hit the like button down below. I know I'm saying it again. Hit the like button down below. Maybe we get to 5 likes. If you're all new to my channel at all, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, become a part of the notification squad. All the channels in the video links will be down in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Majorholics.